Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here, and let's get this battle started. So the opponent has the most cookie cutter of copy-paste Worlds teams, which means we can't say anything like the opponent was bad and used a bad team. And we have Michael with pretty unusual team. Now, all these Pokemon are strong in their own regard for sure, but we don't see the Heat Rotom as much. Garchomp, it's still a pretty standard Pokemon, but generally you see it with a little bit of different team composition. Mostly it's the Breloom that sticks out, and we're going to see if Breloom can get some work done against the Kangaskhan and the Landorus. So actually, wow, yeah, I can see, you know what, why isn't Mega Metagross in the meta a bit more? Because I mean, with a move like that right there, or Clear Body, Intimidate isn't going to do anything to it. So now the mind games set in. Who's going to get faked out? Who's going to have to make the right call afterwards? I think you want to fake out the Breloom if you're the opponent, honestly, because you just can't let that Spore land onto anything. So we're going to see how this trade goes. So fake out, going to go and try to crush down the Breloom, almost taking it down to half right there immediately, and knockoff. So since it is Mega Metagross, not going to get that bonus damage on the knockoff, and that is going to be Ice Punch. So Ice Punch, just boom, that's a one-shot. Yeah, that's not a Focus Sash on the Landorus, and it is going to be great damage on that overall. And Breloom does get the flinch, but it is Poison Heal. So Toxic or Breloom. Alright, you don't see that too often, but that's where things start to get interesting. Breloom going to Protect. Okay, this is crazy right here, because that's going to be Protect on the Amoonguss as well. So are we going to see like the ultimate trade right here? Metagross, Zen Headbutt going to get protected. Ice Punch going to get protected as well. So weird trade right there. Like just a turn that does nothing. So Amoonguss is going to be withdrawn, and that is going to bait out the damage. Now, if Kangaskhan goes for the Sucker Punch, yeah, that's going to be Metagross going down directly. So not going to be able to play around it anymore. But because of that switch, you can't really do too much. Yeah, you had to switch out because if you know you're knocking out the if you're knocking out the Metagross, then there's no reason to try like Spore Breloom or anything. So that's the trade right there. Kangaskhan goes to sleep from that Spore, but we do lose our Metagross, but it's already a 1-for-1 right now. So a little bit of advantage for the ally at this moment. And that's going to be Garchomp. So Garchomp can, throughout the Rock Slide, get a good amount of damage. Hits Kangaskhan just a bit. Don't want to be using Earthquake. You don't want to do too much to your Breloom. And yeah, Amoonguss is going to absorb that pretty well. Now, Mach Punch. Feel like you could try to find a move that does more damage, but you know, Spore, Protect, Mach Punch. Not too much is going to happen right there. So good amount of damage overall, dropping Kangaskhan down to half in the end, and not really doing too much to the Amoonguss after that Black Sludge heal. So Amoonguss has Protect, it has Spore, it has Giga Drain. So Sludge Bomb onto the Breloom could be pretty insane, and Rotom. Switching out Garchomp for the Rotom, I don't know if that's worth it. Because yeah, you know that Rotom is going to eat a Spore, and you need it to overheat the Amoonguss. So Breloom, looks like Breloom's also losing a turn on this Protect as well. So Kangaskhan is being switched out. I don't know why you go for the Protect. Maybe out of fear of the Sludge Bomb, but the Spore seemed a bit more obvious. And if Kangaskhan woke up, that's just kind of unfortunate. But playing it a little too safe and not capitalizing on the opponent's switch. So the opponent getting the better play out of it and getting a free switch, but Breloom going back up to full hit points and Thunderbolt on the Breloom. Okay, so that means this has to be Thunderous with Taunt, like just Prankster, Shutdown. Thunderbolt not going to do too much to Breloom. Thunderbolt not really being that great of a move overall, because if it was switching to Garchomp, it wouldn't do anything. And then Amoonguss with the Giga Drain. So that means it has to be like Rage Powder Giga Drain as well. Protect Rage Powder? Because like Sludge Bomb would be the easy play on the Breloom. And yeah, like Giga Drain. I don't know. Like the Thunderbolt's not going to do much to Garchomp anyway. So Poison Heal, going to heal Breloom up a bit. I mean, it's working. Breloom's not taking too much damage. It stayed above half health pretty well. So Garchomp on the field now. And this is where decisions start getting insane. So it looks like you utilize that. Try to understand, yeah, it looks like they're going for the offense. So we do have Thunderous. It is asleep. Garchomp going to eat that Giga Drain. And I mean, here's where you throw out the Rock Slide. Here's where you have to, but also you got to do the Earthquake for the damage. So Thunderous is going to wake up and throw out the Swagger. So it looks like it only has Thunderbolt as the offensive move. If it had Hidden Power Ice, it would have used it. So, yeah, I can't imagine what else it had. And Rotom going to be confused. Now, we need Levitate right here. Or not Levitate. We need Overheat right here. So, Earthquake, not going to do half to the Amoonguss. Rotom is going to wake up, but it is going to be confused. So yeah, it hits itself in confusion. Giga Drain on the Garchomp for a bit more damage. And yeah, looks like he tried. I don't know why he's not going for the Spore. Maybe trying to get those predictions in. I feel Garchomp could have gotten a bit more damage with that Rock Slide onto the thing. But then switching out. I don't know about that switch out either, because Rock Slide could really work. I know it's going to be a Spore from the Amoonguss, so you need that Overheat to really get some work done right now. And Rotom, is it going to hit itself in confusion? Oh man, it hits itself in confusion once again. So that's really the shutdown right there. Spore not going to affect Breloom. And this battle, it looks like it's kind of ground to a halt just a little at this point. So Poison Heal going to heal up Breloom. And that's going to be the withdrawal back into the asleep Kangaskhan. But we need Rotom to hit something right now. And the damages. So Breloom, Mach Punch does things. Rotom hits itself in confusion again. Oh, that's annoying. Kangaskhan is asleep, so Spore trading. Spore now going to go down onto the Rotom and switched in the already asleep Pokemon. So now Kangaskhan has a chance of waking up, and things could get pretty nasty then. So, now Rotom needs nothing really makes sense right now. So Rotom going to switch out. If the opponent goes for the back-to-back Spore, that could be devastating right there. And Kangaskhan's still asleep, so that's kind of fortunate that Kangaskhan stays asleep. Breloom going to Mach Punch. So looks like, yeah, you can, good amount of damage right there. Yeah, that's enough damage. So you can throw out, you can protect Earthquake, you can get that going. You could just use Mach Punch, straight up try to guarantee that KO. You can risk Garchomp going to sleep throughout the Rock Slide, just to kind of play it around like that. But no Sludge Bomb on the Amoonguss. It's interesting to think what that could be. So that is going to be the Protect, and we could see, is there going to be Rage Powder on that Amoonguss? No, there isn't. So what's that fourth move? I've seen Giga Drain, I've seen Spore, I've seen Protect, and I don't think I've seen anything else. Maybe like a Hidden Power something. I don't know. So Kangaskhan is going to go down to the Earthquake, so it was the Protect Earthquake turn, and it looks like the opponent isn't trying to Spore as much as possible. I'm not really sure what the Amoonguss is up to now. So that is going to be the Thundurus. So, I mean, we need to try to get that Thundurus asleep. That could be something to do. But the opponent can't switch out anymore. And we bring in the asleep Rotom already. And that's going to be Citrus Berry? Huh. Now the Citrus Berry activates, which is kind of interesting. That is going to be Protect on Amoonguss. And was that a Taunt? Oh, no. So Taunt on Breloom means that, yep, Breloom can't use the Spore, so now it has to use like damage options, and it seems like it only has like Mach Punch and Seed Bomb maybe. So Rotom needs to like wake up and not hit itself in confusion as well. So it is like the taunt support kind of Thundurus, and Breloom switching out into Garchomp. So is the opponent going to go for that bold Spore play? Rotom actually avoids the Swagger, still asleep though, and Amoonguss is going to Giga Drain onto the Rotom. Alright. I feel like the opponent's playing a little too safe because he's afraid of just like losing a turn of Spore, and he'd rather be getting some kind of damage overall. So Garchomp finally going to get that Rock Slide onto the Thundurus, and Thundurus taking half right there. That's what counts. Ooh, Citrus Berry though. Oh man, so now it looks like we're in some kind of war with the Amoonguss right now. Thunderbolt onto Rotom. Damages. Will Rotom finally wake up? There it is. There's the wake up. Overheat. Overheat's going to miss. Oh, that's painful. That is indeed painful. So if we see Swagger and Rotom hitting itself in confusion, that's like worst thing that could happen. Garchomp though, still going to be able to use that Rock Slide, and it's going to be another miss. Wow. Oh, that's just unfortunate luck. We get the Rock Slide missing and the Overheat missing. And that's going to be Thunderbolt to finish off the Rotom. Does he get that Spore off onto Garchomp finally? Is he out of Spore? Is that even possible? No, that's not. I don't know what the opponent's going for then. Garchomp going to take some damage from the Giga Drain. And that is going to be the... Come on, Breloom coming back in. So Breloom, yeah, so that's going to be Taunt. So at least if you're using a turn on Taunt, that means free damage with the Garchomp. So Garchomp going to get that free Rock Slide right there, and that will be damage, so is it enough? Oh, so close, they're so low. Breloom can't use the Spore, and that is Spore from Amoonguss on the Garchomp, finally. And now we're going to see what Breloom can do. So Little bit of sustain on the Amoonguss right there. We know that Thundurus has no more sustain because it had the Citrus Berry, and it is going to be Protect on the Amoonguss. So Breloom with the Mach Punch. Oh, Mach Punch the wrong target. Needed to get it on to the Thundurus. So Thundurus going to Thunderbolt, but doesn't have damage. So the opponent has like this weird coverage scenario where it just doesn't have anything. Poison Heal though, going to heal up the Thunderbolt damage. You Poison Heal where you Protect, and then it's not going to be enough. So Mach Punch, that's going to be a little bit onto the Amoonguss. I think you're wasting your time on the Amoonguss, but at the same time, it is the threat that can Spore Garchomp. So you can't... Wow, this is weird. This is actually a really weird battle when you think about it, because Thundurus can't Thunderbolt Garchomp, and you need to get Amoonguss off the field, but because of that Giga Drain, yeah, there's no point. So you need to get the Thundurus off the field, but if Garchomp stays asleep, it really doesn't matter. Huh. That's something else right there. So Breloom with the Poison Heal going to work. Breloom's taunt wears off. That is going to be the Mach Punch. So does get the damage, but it's not enough to knock it out. Are we going to see the taunt? Garchomp wakes up, gets the Rock Slide. Okay, so that is going to be the Amoonguss surviving with very little, very little health. And Giga Drain. So in a weird, very weird way, this is maybe one of the strangest scenarios I've seen, because Thunderbolt, we couldn't hit it. We finally got the trade that knocked out the Thundurus, but because, and only because Amoonguss Giga Drained like almost every turn. Like instead of using Spore, it was Giga Draining. It was finding the heal scenarios. It actually survived with like 4 hit points, just enough. I don't know, like that doesn't make sense to me, but now we're in this Poison Heal Black Sludge realm, and it looks like Breloom only has the Mach Punch. And he's just protecting. Now, according to this, with the submission, he said that the opponent was time stalling by this point. So of course, now I don't understand here. Like, there's no benefit for the opponent to time stall. Like, it's just to be unsportsmanlike at this point. Because if the timer runs out, Breloom automatically wins for having more hit points. Because Amoonguss can't drop Breloom lower after that Poison Heal, even with the Black Sludge. So just going for multiple protects, trying to get that Black Sludge. Going to run out of Giga Drain eventually. And there's the Rage Powder. So he did only have Rage Powder left and didn't decide to use it any other time. Interesting. So Seed Bomb. Breloom with Seed Bomb. Yeah, it's not as much damage. So Technician boosting the Mach Punch I think is going to be more than Seed Bomb, because Seed Bomb gets quad resist. And there's the Protect. So right now, it seems like the opponent is just playing to frustrate the Breloom, and that's kind of annoying, but there's Protect. Game's over, though. Game is absolutely... I just don't understand the lack of sportsmanship at all, and that's kind of it. So Rage Powder. Oh, he's out of Giga Drain, so yeah, he's just Rage Powdering, spamming Protect, and eventually there will be enough Mach Punches to knock it down. So unless there's like the timer just runs out, that'd be interesting if the timer ends up running out. I wonder if we'd actually end up seeing that. I don't know how that is in battle replays. So Mach Punch, there's that. Healing up, so yeah, it's just a little bit of damage. There's the Rage Powder, and then we're going to go into more Mach Punch. Maybe he'll run out of Protect. He used Protect quite a bit this game. So Mach Punch going to be almost just enough damage, and then we have to, there's the Black Sludge healing it up. There's no more damage potential from the Amoonguss. The opponent refuses to forfeit, since Breloom does win. So let's just kind of recap this battle. So there was double Spore, there was Pokemon negating each other, there was just the sickest opening turn with like the Ice Punch, then we also had Metagross go down. So this battle was pretty sloppy overall, but like in a really crazy way. So now we're just waiting, Amoonguss getting the double Protect, then we have Mach Punch come through. He's playing for that frustration right there. And Spore. So Spore's not going to do anything. Is Amoonguss finally out of even Protect, it looks like. So, oh, time has run out. So that's it right there. Alright, Marco. Alright, Marco. Marco, I want you to know one thing. You're a complete dick. I gotta say that, you know, unsporting play. I almost did a hard swear right there. I really freaking hate hard timer stall, especially when you've lost. Like, timer stalling to win is a scumbag move, and timer stalling when you've already lost is a scumbag move as well. But, you know, that was the world's copycat team getting shut down by the Breloom, the Rotom, and had a lot of hacks in its favor. That Swagger was way too much, and that Spore lasted quite a lot of turns. So if you guys enjoyed this battle, it drug on near the end. I didn't think it was going to be that long. I started to lose myself recording. but still something interesting nonetheless. And I hope you all have a nice day. Thank you. Well, actually, no, don't have a nice day yet. We still have a lot of Fan Fridays to go, and I hope you guys get ready for some more Fan Fridays.